This is a pumpkin mamey. Pumpkin pie mamey, exactly. Wow. 2 mameys. I've been waiting years. I've had some that fell on the floor, but I've never been able to pick a mamey. That's 2 mameys that I've just picked. Papaya. Now, also these, I know the variety and I know where they're coming from, and I'm excited about that. I also have persimmon growing under my tree here. You see the difference, how much darker that one is? That's how you know.
Look at
Not
that.
very red, but beautiful, smooth.
K40
Let's try the K40.
is like sugary sweet. Like, I can't get over how sweet it is, and it feels really nice.
It doesn't have a mamey flavor as much as...
No, it literally tastes like cotton candy.
Welcome to Fruitful Trees, everybody. I just did it. I did it. Thanks to my friend Tom at Sleepy Lizard Avocado Farm and Julian at Lord Farms Miami and my neighbor Ram, I learned to pick a mamey. I picked my first mamey off the tree correctly. What happened is, you see all these scratches I have on there? That's how many times I tried to pick this mamey. This is a Loretta variety. And when it's orange, that's when you're ready to pick it. So if you scratch it and it's green, which is what I've been doing, that's why there's all those scratches there. But if you scratch it when it's not green and it's orange, that's when you know it's ready to pick, because they're hard as a rock. But now I could sit this on a table for a couple of days and it'll ripen up. Really super excited that I'm able to do that. Now, here's my question about mameys and my thing. I have mameys growing all the way up there. So this one, as you can see, was eye level, easy to scratch. How do you scratch those up there? So what I'm thinking is, when this is ready, there's a good chance those will be ready on soon as well. So you just take your chance and pick it down. What they actually do is they have a big giant lift where they can go up there and scratch them. And if you're gonna buy these from the store, you want to definitely make sure they have scratches in them. So somebody's checked them. And then if you see a perfect one with no scratches, somebody probably didn't know how to pick them or when to pick them. So I have a bunch of papaya growing here. Papaya is quite expensive in the store these days because it's only like $1 a pound on average. But one papaya is like maybe 6 or 7 pounds. So if it's $1.50 a pound or $2 sometimes, that's a good amount of money, $14 for one papaya. Now, also these, I know the variety and I know where they're coming from, and I'm excited about that. I also have persimmon growing under my tree here. Persimmon isn't something that grows well here in South Florida because most people don't know that there's different varieties, and you want to get the South Florida variety or the Triumph variety, which are 2 that you don't have to worry about the chill hours. So this is persimmon, and this tree, as you can see, is loaded this year. Each year, it's giving up more and more, and some of them are starting to turn a little orange. Now, this tree loses all its flowers in the wintertime, and in the summer, in the summertime, it'll lose its. In the spring, it loses. At some point, it loses all the leaves. But as you can see now, it's loaded. That's persimmon. I have 2 trees, this one and one in the front. I have some other things I don't often talk about here. I have this custard apple that hasn't done much yet, but we'll see what happens with that. And I do high density gardening, so I planted my persimmon tree pretty close to my orange sherbet mango tree, but I just cut that mango tree back, and I'm going to keep that small. And things are trimmed up here, so things are looking really well. The other things, I still have a jackfruit on the tree there, a black gold jackfruit, and my white sapote tree, I have one over here, and it's looking pretty nice. I'm really excited the way things are looking here. Things are growing up. I got more papayas. Call me Paulie Papaya, right? More papayas. But this is my white sapote. This is a Redlands white sapote, and I have some up there growing. I've been picking up maybe 10 off the floor every morning here. So even though mango season is over, we still got stuff growing. And yeah, it's really cool. There's my compost pile. Flies are loving that. And so, yeah, I cut back a lot of my things here. There's another papaya tree. Everything's cut back. I'm really excited the way things are looking here now. So I wanted to show everyone. Here's a red custard apple. I did have to take out a tree. I didn't have to, but I did. I took out this soursop. It's a named variety that just wasn't doing good. And I wanted this spot available to open it up for my M4 tree to get more sunlight. And this tree, this is a tree I've had trouble with in the past. We'll see. This is a pumpkin mamey. Pumpkin pie mamey, exactly. Now, I actually think mamey tastes like pumpkin in general, but this mamey here is a really good mamey. I haven't tasted it, but it's a dwarf mamey. And I had another tree that looked good as this one did, and it just died. It just died, and I have no reasoning or understanding why it died. But thankfully, I bought two and I planted two, and this one is not dead. So hopefully this one will do good. And mamey is something that I question being able to grow here in a small yard because it's a big tree. But now that I know how to pick them, I think I made a good choice. Some mameys grow wide and some grow straight up. I want to show you this mamey tree here, which is a pace mamey. And I got this from Laura Farms, Miami. And the pace mamey goes straight up. So this mamey here is a pace mamey that'll grow straight up. And a Larita seems to grow straight up also. So that's my pace mamey. And I want to keep my trees on the smaller side for hurricane reasons. But I've seen some pretty cool big trees like white sapote, and I question if I should cut that because the fruit hunter's white sapote is so big where I see it and picking just tons of fruit off the ground. So I might. It's in a part of my yard where it's not going to block anything. And there's one more jackfruit in the tree. That's my seedling. I'm going to make a video about that soon. And super excited about mamey. As a matter of fact, and I'm going to go to Xain's World, or I went to Xain's World. I'll show you a clip. We'll go to Xain's World and look at the K17. I think that's what it is. K17 mamey. Tasted completely different than any other mamey I've ever had. So we'll go there. This is my, I'll go back here some more, my Key West or Plantain variety. And I had cut it to make it shorter. And it's getting wider. It's about to rain here. So now that I know how to pick them, let me see. Actually, that one's ready also. Look at that. I don't want to mix these up, but that's definitely ready. Look. Wow. 2 mameys. I've been waiting years. I've had some that fell on the floor, but I've never been able to pick a mamey. That's 2 mameys that I've just picked. Amazing. I'm going to try. I got one more here. Wow. Nope. You see the difference? Oh, this is good. I got to turn the camera around for this one. Let me do that. This is great, folks. Look, I scratched it, and look how it looks. Now look at that one. You see how that one is like a light orange, almost green? But this one is like a dark orange. That's how you know when they're ripe. Now this variety you only need to scratch once, but if you had another popular variety called Mangania, you would scratch the bottom and the top, and then you would tell, but I'll scratch it in both areas here as well, which it's green. I mean, it's orange also. But this is a Key West. You'll need to scratch it in one spot. So when they get a decent size, here's another one. And this one, let's see. Almost. That's pretty dark. Let me compare it to the other one here. You see the difference? How much darker that one is? That's how you know. That's exciting. I've been waiting to ask my neighbor Ram to show me the perfect example, to come over and show me, but I don't need him now to come in because now I can see myself. I picked these. Now, I'm going to take you to a clip of me at Xain's World Nursery. We're going to be tasting the K17 mamey, a new mamey that, I don't know if it's new, but it was amazing. Tasted so different than anything I've ever tasted in terms of Mamey wise. And I'm gonna go enjoy me some fruit. All right, everybody, here I am. This is Xain from Xain's World, and we are gonna be trying some different Mameys. I'm really excited about these, especially this one. I heard a lot of great things about. This is called a K40 Mamey. Matter of fact, Alex from Tropical Eggs Farm just contacted me and told me he had one from history for the first time and told me it was amazing. And you've had this before?
I had one a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I made a post on my Facebook page, and it was really good. And it's like you see, it's a big fruit too, and you could tell it sits on the tree for a very long time, probably 18 months, because you could see the wear and tear on it. It's a smooth fruit, while like you can see this one's more rough.
Which one's this?
Campos Azules.
Campos Azules, another not popular but delicious variety.
Yeah. So let's cut these open and try them.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm going to cut this one directly in half.
And this is when you come to Xain's World, they have often fruit that you can taste. And he's mostly into selling trees, but he always has fruit available to taste when you come here. Wow.
Look at
Not
that.
very red, but beautiful, smooth, beautiful.
So I think there's actually, there's more seeds in this one than an average Mamey.
Well, it could be this particular one, or is it normally?
The other one that I had also had more. Like this is 4 seeds, but it's so big it doesn't really matter.
Look how orange that is! Wow, it's not a deep red, but it's orange. But
it smells really good.
Now, what's K40? Where did this come out of? Who?
I honestly have no idea.
Does this taste like the last one you had?
It's a little less sweet. Down at the bottom, this section is a little better.
It's on the watery side.
Yeah. The texture, it's a very good texture. I like the texture. Like, it's not creamy. It's like eating like a canned peach, but with a Mamey flavor.
Now, you can never judge on one fruit because you can taste another fruit and it could be different. But from this fruit, I'm not very, very impressed.
It's very sweet. It's like overly sweet, in my opinion. Like, especially after I'm done eating it.
It is very sweet.
My mouth literally feels like I just poured a bunch of sugar into my mouth.
That's true. Interesting. It's almost like we had a miracle fruit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you had a miracle fruit and like are eating another.
But
sweet
the texture
fruit.
was a little like watery though.
Yeah, it's a little on the
And that just could be the ripeness of one.
Yeah, like this one should have been eaten at like 7 a.m. this morning.
And this other one, we made a Mamey video, and I think this one was in it. Look at the difference in the color. Look at that. So there's more than one seed in this one.
There's 2 seeds in this one, yeah.
All right.
They're 2 very like oily looking. Like they look like they're
completely different flavor
and texture,
but sweet.
This has a lot of flavor.
Yeah. I think I prefer that one over the other one.
Over the K40? Yeah, the Campos Azules, especially this one, is really good. I just gave Julian one of these Campos Azules the other day. I got to ask him if his ripened up and how it was.
Yeah, that's really good.
That is exceptionally good. I know we came into it going over this fruit, and
yeah,
I'm like, to me, this one is not as sweet.
Now, where'd you get this one?
These were from a farm down in Homestead.
And what's the history behind this one?
I honestly don't know, but I do know that when I told Julian I had found a Campos Azules tree, he kind of freaked out a little bit because he thought that the only tree was dead. And so...
Very nice.
Yeah, no, I found one that is now it's alive and it's covered in fruit.
And how'd you know that was the name of it?
I found a map, and it was on the map, and the tree was in that exact spot.
That's excellent. That's an excellent one.
So it's not as sweet. The K40.
Let's try the K40.
It's like sugary sweet. But the texture of the K40
That's sweet. Wow.
It's like pouring. It's like candy. It's like
It almost has a little grit, almost.
a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
It's just like I can't get over how sweet it is, and it feels really nice.
It doesn't have a Mamey flavor as much as.
No, it literally tastes like cotton candy.
Very interesting.
Would you agree? Like a cotton candy flavor.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not sickly sweet, but it's like sickly sweet. It's like so sweet you just feel like you're eating a bunch of sugar.
I prefer the
Campos Azules.
Yeah.
I do too, just because it's not as sweet. But if you like sweet fruit, the K40 is definitely probably.
It's more like a sapodilla almost.
Yeah, exactly. A giant sapodilla.
Yeah, yeah. It's very.
It kind of looks like one too.
Yeah,
on the outside.
Aren't they the same family or no?
No. The Mamey is Puteria Mamey, and sapodilla is Manilarica, Sapote. Yeah, no. If you like sweet, the K40 is probably the sweetest Mamey I have tasted. And I think 22 or 23 varieties I've tried this year with Mamey.
This one tastes like Mamey. The other one, the K40, literally tastes like a different fruit.
Yes, Campos Azules is actually a.
Excellent. Excellent. I can't believe how sweet that K40 was, but this was excellent. How many varieties do you sell here?
This year, I'm probably going to max out at about 20 to 22 varieties of Mameys that I would have had for sale. Most days, I have about anywhere from 5 to 11 varieties in stock. Next year, I'll probably have around 35 varieties in stock.
Wow. Xain's World Nursery. I'm going to put the link below. Come here and try some because he has them. You have samples of all.
Yeah, I almost every day of, especially during the summer, there's almost always fruit here for sampling, especially Saturdays and Sundays. And the earlier you get there, the more fruit there will be for trying. But we do normally on Saturday. I don't know when you're going to put this video out, but right now we're at the beginning of June. Generally, all of June and all of July. Almost any weekend that you come here, you're going to be able to try about 15 varieties of mango.
Yeah, get down here because it's
whatever.
This
else
is a place. I mean, they have so much fruit to taste and different varieties. Amazing, amazing.
That is so sweet. I just can't get over how sweet that was. And
really,
you know, I don't like. It's one of those things where I can't eat so much Mamey. And just think about taking another bite is almost like sickening.
Did the last one you had have that?
Yeah, no, it was. If you go and you look at my thing, I did talk about how sweet it was. This one's even sweeter.
Wow.
And you know, this season is just beginning for this variety, so who knows? Maybe in another 2 months, when I'm picking them, maybe they'll be even sweeter. Which hopefully not, because it's already kind of too sweet for me.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we'll investigate some more. I'm going to put Xain's links below. Definitely come out to the nursery and try some of these amazing fruits and check out his tree selection. Thanks a lot, Xain.
All right. Thank you, Bo.
Thank you for watching, everybody. It's coming to the end of mango season here. Right now, it's August 20th, 2025. But what a great Mamey surprise. Until then, everybody, have a great day. Put your comments and questions below and keep growing.